Finally, proper snow, not just wet snow, and a freeze. The pigs have a routine. They get fed in the morning. They eat the guts out of the pumpkins. They come back, they eat their grain, and then they mess around with the rest of the pumpkin. Apparently, pumpkin guts taste better than grain. But grain tastes better than pumpkin flesh. I'm just popping out at lunchtime here to check on how much they've eaten. If they have at least some food left at lunch, I know I'm giving them about the right amount. And yeah, they have food left. So they are getting enough food. I will need to give them some fresh straw tonight. Ooh, look at that. How delicious. Big chunk of pumpkin guts. I'm so glad they're out of the mud. We're all so glad they're out of the mud. And let's go look at this food dish over here. Oh yeah, lots of food in there. I put water in the food because otherwise they don't drink very much. Hi, little one. I suspect they eat snow, and that's why they don't drink as much, but never know. Someone's lying down in the house in there. You can see over here that when the pigs go into the small shelter, their body heat heats up the roof, and water runs down and creates the icicles. Very cute. One of the things that I noticed living up in the north here is that all of our Christmas stuff comes from somewhere. Like all the sparkly glitter stuff you put on things on cold days, that's just in the air everywhere. I had no idea. Oh dear. That pig is chewing on a tarp, which is not yet buried by snow. I'm gonna have to go somehow figure out how to get that tarp out of there. It's kind of frozen and it's all messed around with the old pig house that they knocked over. I'm not sure I can get that out, but I'll try. Oh, there's someone eating an actual pumpkin. Yum. It's good for them to have the pumpkins. It gives them something to do when they're done eating their food. In a pasture in the summer, they can mess around with the grass and stuff, but in the winter, there's just not that much. I give them straw, and they'll often chew on and eat that. When this slope froze up, I don't know if you remember, but there was solid ice going along here. That's the pond where the ducks usually are. So it's actually quite slippery under there. It's not... I wish it had dried out more before it froze, because spring is going to be interesting, but there we are. We get what we get. In the meantime, hi. Hi, guys. I have a bunch of pumpkins left, and they're nice and frozen. The geese are really enjoying when I bring water out to them. Last spring, they destroyed my water heaters, so I wasn't able to, normally there's a cord, and the cord is attached to this device that keeps the water from freezing. During mating season, all the geese broke that, so I have more on order, but they're not here yet. So I'm just bringing out buckets of water a couple times a day for everyone. When it gets colder, I need to make sure they can't get inside of it, the water, because if you go into water and then come out and step onto -20 ground, your feet freeze to it, or if you're a duck, maybe your butt freezes to it. But right now, it's not that cold. It's fine. They're enjoying themselves. You need a bath, duck. You're covered in grain. And it is pretty out here. Very pretty. And we aren't, everything hasn't turned blue yet, which it sometimes does in the winter. Feels much more relaxed than it has previously. Delicious snow. Eating so much delicious snow. Yeah. So, we're all right. We are all right. All the little winter birds are coming in. I don't know if you can even see them up in those trees. I'm always amazed that the super tiny birds survive in this cold. But they do. And they come share my duck and goose food, which is not good biosecurity, but it feels like being good neighbors. The crows and the ravens have been in the pig pen eating pumpkin in the mornings. Who knew that they liked pumpkin, but apparently they do. Always a lot of car accidents when we get the first couple snows. People forget how to drive in the winter. Also, the snow is more slippery. But, right now, right here, we're safe. Yeah. Have a good afternoon.